Alright, hey guys, how's it going? I usually don't do videos like this, but I was on the internet a couple days ago and I found an interesting article that may grab people's attention, and that is that all the storms that we've had on the East Coast and in the Midwest that have dumped a lot of snow across a lot of the areas around the country, it looks like that pattern is going to continue into early February. Um, I was looking the other day just to see what was going on with the whole entire jet stream and all that stuff. But it does look like that there are two tracks that most of the storms usually either end up taking, and it's usually a northerly track across the northern plains, or it dips down to the Gulf Coast and then it explodes on the east coast, and that's where we get our nor'easter storms from. But it looks like that the pattern that we have been seeing for the past couple of weeks and stuff is going to continue. Now, we do have a couple of storms that we have one that at the end of this week. It's right now in the Midwest, and it'll move over to the Northeast. That one won't produce a lot of snow, but it'll produce about like 3 to 6, maybe 7 or 8 inches for some of the big cities on the East Coast. And then we do have another storm track coming across the country yet again early next week. And that one could be a bit more of a nuisance, maybe dropping maybe 6 to 10 inches on the East Coast as well. But it does look like that the pattern with storm after storm after storm in the Northeast and in the Midwest and possibly the South as well, it looks like it's going to continue at least through early February. We could have a big blockbuster storm, the one that we had over Christmas break, and the one we had in early January, especially for the Northeast, where Boston and Portland and Hartford and Providence got like 16 to 24 inches. It looks like we could see another one of those big storms, but not this week, of course, and it doesn't look like next week. But it does look like there's a potential for another blockbuster storm or two coming into early February. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on all that stuff. I know that a lot of people have been asking, is there going to be snow this winter, especially across the South? And a lot of the models earlier this summer said no, but it looks like that there is more snow than predicted across much of the areas where snow wasn't supposed to be. Going more into probably the Mid-Atlantic, this winter wasn't supposed to be very snowy, but just cold. I know that the Baltimore, D.C., Richmond, Philadelphia area have kind of been down on snow totals so far this season. It does look like that is also going to change early next week and possibly tomorrow and stuff, with a couple inches coming their way. But again, a lot of those places in the Mid-Atlantic, going into early February, we'll see more snow than anticipated, and so that will bring up the totals and averages for this year. So that is that, and I just wanted to give you a heads up on stuff that is coming up in, at the end of this month and into early February. Again, in a couple of days, I'll come out with the February outlook, and then probably sometime in February, the end of February, I may come out with our spring outlook. I know it's already like the middle of January, but us weather people, we like to be a couple months ahead of time and stuff like that. So, with that said, I will end it right there, and I will be on again in a couple days. Alright.